What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video here on the Madden Rebuild channel. I know you guys are looking at the title of the video, you're like, what is going on? I'm explaining how this could all go down in a second, but today we're going to be doing a trading Lamar Jackson Baltimore Ravens rebuild. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one. Of course, subscribe if you're new to the channel. As always, greatly appreciated. But let's talk about this for a second on how this could go down. As we know, the Ravens and Lamar Jackson have not come to an agreement as far as contract talks, and it's been kind of a dilemma all year. It kind of reminds me of Kirk Cousins in Washington back then. Of course, Lamar is way more talented than Kirk Cousins, but right now, Lamar Jackson is not an extension. So how could this go south where the Ravens trade Lamar? Well, basically what could happen is the Ravens and Lamar just still can't come to agreement. So basically the Ravens end up franchise tagging him, or Lamar, just like Devontae Adams did, says, I'm not playing on the franchise tag. And then it just all goes south and the Ravens just cut their losses and trade him. Now, I will say, this is probably not going to happen. There's no shot that this happens. It just doesn't seem likely. You don't do something like that. So today, we're doing this video simply for entertainment purposes. I'm not predicting this to happen. This is just kind of a fun video idea. So Lamar Jackson, like I said, is up for an extension. So what's going to happen is we're going to franchise tag him instead of giving him an extension. And they're going to trade him away because he's not happy with being franchise tagged, and the contract agreement just can't come to an agreement, basically. So it all sounds kind of crazy. I don't expect this to happen, but again, I think it's a fun video idea. So I do want Roquan Smith back really badly, though. So I am going to go ahead and try to get Roquan Smith here to bring him back to Baltimore. They traded for him at the deadline, so I want to keep him around. And the way we get Lamar to obviously decline is we give him a team-friendly deal. He already doesn't have interest in us. Let's take down this contract offer. And yes, he's going to test free agency. And obviously, we're going to franchise tag him, which costs us $42 million to franchise tag. And we're trading him away. Just like the Packers did with Devontae Adams, that's what we're doing with Lamar Jackson. I'm going to give Tyler Huntley an offer as well to be our quarterback. Because never mind. I don't know what the quarterback situation is going to be like after we get rid of Lamar. I do want to give Peters an offer as well. And he just says he's not interested in signing. So never mind. So now next step, like I said, and then Ben Powers actually wouldn't mind bringing back. But next step is trading Lamar Jackson, which is going to be kind of crazy. You see all this? This could be you. Today's video is brought to you by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the best way to get more out of the game you're watching. You're picking overs or unders on your favorite players that you love watching each and every Sunday. Let me show you how it works. Prize Picks is available on mobile or desktop, and they pretty much have every sport you can absolutely imagine. NFL, NBA, soccer, CSGO. But since we're an NFL channel, we're going to go ahead and talk about the NFL for a second. So let's say I want to go Derek Carr and Patrick Mahomes over on both of them. 2 players gets me up to 3 times my money. But if I wanted to go even crazier, let's say I want to do 5 players, throw 5 players in here. You can go up to 5 players, which that's going to 10 times your money if you get all correct, which you can go flex play. Even if you get 4 right, you still get a little bit of money in return. Now, I will tell you, I have started with $100 in here, and I'm up to $500. Prize Picks has been so much fun for me this year. If you want to go ahead and sign up, link is down in the description below. Use code Crushables. They're matching your deposit dollar for dollar up to $100. So if you deposit $100, you get $200 to work with. Thank you, Prize Picks, for sponsoring today's video. If you could throw way more in this trade, I would. I'm sending Lamar Jackson over to the Giants for a first-round pick, and Evan Neal. I feel like there'd have to be way more in this trade, obviously. I don't think you just get it for this. The Giants extend Lamar Jackson. He is now in the NFC East, which just sounds kind of scary. But Evan Neal comes over here. We get 2 first-round picks for Lamar Jackson. It's not really the ideal trade. Like I said, I feel like if you're trading Lamar, you'd get way more than that. There's just only 3 trade slots in Madden. So that's the trade that we did. Lamar Jackson is officially gone. He is no longer our quarterback. So now our quarterback position is completely blank. We do get Evan Neal out of the trade, which is nice. And now we have some tackles that we kind of like. We have a very good offensive line. Mark Andrews is still here. Wide receiver is still a huge problem. You have J.K. Dobbins, Gus Edwards, Devin Duvernay, Rashad Bateman. But we need a number 1 wide receiver here in Baltimore. On the defensive side of the ball, you got Patrick Queen, Tyus Bowser, Adolfo. There's actually a lot of talent. Cornerback definitely needs improvement. That's for sure. Maybe you got David Ajabu who could play some line as well. So yeah, there definitely is some talent here on the defensive side of the ball. So nothing to be worried about there. Corner and wide receiver, though, obviously quarterback is where my main priority lies right now. So let's go into free agency and let's see what we can get. So obviously, we no longer have a quarterback right now. Josh Jacobs being a free agent is crazy. He's been amazing for obviously the Raiders. So Josh Jacobs is a great pickup for any team. Quarterback wise, Geno Smith, Jimmy G, there's just really no quarterback here that's interesting whatsoever. So we're drafting a quarterback or trading for one as well. I don't know which one you'd rather do. But Marcus Peters, Tony Pollard, Juju Smith-Schuster, Devin McCourty, Marcus Davenport. Honestly, I would love a Josh Jacobs here in Baltimore. That'd be kind of crazy, but we don't really need to do that. We have Dobbins, so don't need to go that crazy. Wide receiver, we don't really have a number one wide receiver here either, so we're going to have to rely on the draft there as well. But we do have some D linemen that we could grab. So, like, immediately I saw Marcus Davenport, and you got Yannick Ngakoue, who once upon a time played in Baltimore. But if we can get Marcus Davenport add on to this defense, that's going to be really nice. So I'm going to offer Davenport a contract, and then I'm going cornerback position as well. I see Peters still out here. I still want him back. I'm going to give him a player-friendly deal. 2 years, Marcus Peters. That would be amazing to have him back. Peters and obviously Marcus Davenport would be amazing. Definitely need another corner on top of that, though. So I'm going to go for Mike Hughes as well, who has no offers right now. So Mike Hughes would be another good corner to add. And then I think that's going to be it. The rest is going to have to be through the draft. Wide receiver, or like I said, trading for a quarterback as well could make some sense. I love the idea of getting Josh Jacobs, like I said. But like I said, man, I don't really see the point when we have Dobbins already. So Juju is the only good wide receiver. And yeah, we could sign Juju Smith-Schuster, and that's cool and all, but not really exciting me all that much. So I honestly think we should trade for a wide receiver and then draft a quarterback. I think that's what I'm feeling right now. So let's trade for a wide receiver real quick. Actually, let's make sure we get these free agents real quick. Let's make sure we get these guys real quick. And then we have Davenport. Yeah, so we're number one offer on all of them. So hopefully they all accept. And we do not get Davenport, which is really disappointing, actually. So no Davenport. Kareem Hunt still here. But left in, we got Wormley, Larry, and Njobi. So obviously, it really sucks we didn't get Davenport. Yannick Ngakoue also still really solid option as well. I'll give Yannick a deal, bring him back to Baltimore, I guess. I mean, we just need someone there. So hopefully he signs this. We'll see if he does. Yannick would be fine, and he still doesn't sign it. What about now? And we do get Yannick. Okay, so Yannick comes to the team at least. And now, like I said, we're going to the draft. We're probably trading for a wide receiver and drafting a quarterback, or vice versa. Maybe we trade for a quarterback and draft a wide receiver. I don't know. So we are not trading for either. We are going to be drafting both in round one, essentially. So I don't know what quarterback we're getting, and I don't know what wide receiver we're getting, but that's what we're doing in this first round. We have 2 first-round picks, which we're getting, like I said, both in this draft. So Keely Ringo goes off the board to the Eagles. Let's see what's available as far as quarterback is concerned. You have Jalen Duncan. You have Noah Sewell. You have Peter. You have Brian Branch. Kayshawn probably is going to be the wide receiver I draft here, honestly. Joey Porter. What quarterbacks do we have available? We have Hendon Hooker. I don't know anything about these quarterbacks available. Anthony Richardson, Tyler Van Dyke, Cameron Ward. I don't know what these guys want as far as draft. Hendon Hooker out of Tennessee. Don't know much about him at all. A deep accuracy, A medium accuracy. He actually looks really good. I guess we're drafting Hendon here. He is a normal development quarterback. We needed a quarterback replacement for Lamar. Don't know if we handled the situation the best, but you know what? We're going to have to be happy with it. So at round 1, pick 20, we'll see what wide receiver is available to us, and that will be our draft. So Kayshawn, well, not our draft, but, you know, we get him as well. So Kayshawn is going to be the other wide receiver we get. So we have Hendon, we have Kayshawn in round 1. Don't know what to expect out of those 2 guys, but hopefully they could turn this franchise around after losing Lamar Jackson. Now, I will say, if you're making a trade where you're trading away Lamar, I think it'd be a lot better to, like, obviously make sure you have a backup plan as far as quarterback is concerned. I don't know if I handled that situation the best, to be honest with you. I'm going to take Garrett Williams here, though, for the cornerback position, and that will be my draft. So just like that, that will be it. Don't really know what to expect out of Hendon. Don't know much about him at all. He had great ratings, so hopefully he's a good quarterback, and we can still make the playoffs. It's still a very good roster, but our quarterback position, obviously with Lamar gone, really lackluster. So offensively, this is what we're going to look like. Hendon, J.K. Dobbins, Edwards, Bateman, Kayshawn, Duvernay, Andrews, Neal, Kevin Zeitler, Linderbaum, Powers, Ronnie Stanley. Defensively, you obviously have well, not obviously, but we dropped Chris Braslow, Tyus Bowser, Doffaway, Chuck Clark, Garrett Williams. So a lot to like on this defensive side of the ball. We are in 85% scheme fit on the defense. If I can move that to a base 3-4, I bet we could be even better. And yeah, so we're 90%. On the offensive side of the ball, I probably have to change the playbook because obviously this was for Lamar Jackson. Don't know if Hendon could do the same thing, so I'm probably going to change the playbook where we're not running with the quarterback as much. Don't really know what playbook I want, but maybe I just change it to Kansas City because that's what everyone used to tell me to do. So Gonna change it to Andy Reid's playbook, I guess, and we're gonna simulate the season and see how things go, because like I said, I don't really know if I want Hendon Hooker running as much as obviously Lamar did. So let's simulate to the end of this season. Let's see how we do with our new rookie quarterback, and let's hope for the best. So at the end of the season, we end up finishing 9-8 on the year, but it doesn't look like we ended up making the playoffs, which definitely kind of sucks, but we'll have to see how our offense did. So Hendon Hooker, 40 touchdowns, but offense was 30th in the NFL. Defensively, 23rd. So going 9-8, but I mean, Hendon had a great year. They have him as day one starter QB of the future, 40-15. So at least that's promising, and it looks like the guy is going to be pretty good. He's up to a 77 overall. Dobbins, 732 yards, 7 touchdowns. Receiving wise, Bateman, Duvernay, and Kayshawn all had decent years. And defensively, sacks wise, you had 10 from Adofaway, 7.5 from Yannick, 5 from Justin, 4, and then 2.5, 2.5, and 1.5. So obviously, I think we just need continuity, and we just need to continue to develop these guys, and then hopefully we have some money to spend spend on some free agents. So should be a good offseason. We are turning things around slowly but surely. So looking at our free agents, you have J.K. Dobbins, you have Justin, Duvernay, Patrick Queen, Gus Edwards. Honestly, I'm immediately looking at some of these guys, Nick Boyle as well. I really do want Patrick Queen back, 100,000%. Want Patrick Queen back to be my middle linebacker still, so I'm definitely wanting to keep him around. But I honestly might let Gus Edwards and Dobbins both go. Dobbins is great, but he didn't really do all that great in the simulation, so I'm not saying he sucks and he's trash. That's why I'm letting him go, but he didn't really do good in the simulation. We don't get Justin back, which is really disappointing. Duvernay, I think I do want Duvernay back. Gus Edwards, I don't think I'm bringing him back, but I'm going to try to get Duvernay back to be just a good wide receiver for us. So Duvernay is back. Dobbins and Gus Edwards, I'm letting go. If I franchise tag Justin, it's going to cost a little bit more than I wanted to. So we're going to go into free agency with our $52 million in cap space. And honestly, I feel pretty good about essentially either having my quarterback right. Well, let's see what things are looking like. I don't know if he got star development after the Super Bowl or not. He had a great year, and he's still normal dev. Running back is non-existent right now. Kayshawn star development. So we have some decent wide receivers, nobody to write home about. We are missing a guard as well, which kind of sucks. On the defensive side of the ball, Adofaway, Yannick Ngakoue got superstar. We have a rookie who's ready to play right away if we need him to. Kyle Hamilton is good, so we should be fine with that. David Ojabu. So linebackers, not too worried about. Didn't Patrick Queen leave? I thought he left us, so we didn't get Patrick, or we got Patrick. No, we lost Justin. That's right. Free agency time though. Let's see what we can do. So Nick Bosa sitting here, Justin Jefferson. Obviously, yeah, I mean, this is a great, I don't even know what draft pick the Giants ended up being as well. Jalen Hurts as superstar X Factor. Justin Herbert sitting here. So obviously this would be a really good class to go spend on a quarterback. But I mean, Jalen Hurts would honestly replace what we had seamlessly, but we do need a running back really badly. You have Ramondre Stevenson, you have DeAndre Swift, you have AJ Dillon. I am going to try to get DeAndre Swift. I do love DeAndre Swift a lot in real life. Have him on my fantasy team, although he's been kind of disappointing this year. But I definitely like him as our running back. Wide receiver, I mean, we could get a Justin Jefferson or a CeeDee Lamb. But I don't really know how much. I mean, Michael Pittman has no offer. So I can get like a Michael Pittman. I feel pretty good about that. I'll offer him a deal. And then Justin, I want to get him back. We have left in. We have Jadeveon Clowney, Cameron Jordan. Cameron Jordan would be a nice veteran signing as a superstar X Factor. I think he would bring something here right away. So you know what? I'm going to give him an offer as well. And then right guard, I'm going to go for, we got Will Hernandez, Mark. I'm going to go for Will Hernandez. We need somebody there at the offensive line. So these are just kind of not the greatest signings in the world, but I think they're going to do pretty good. So let's see what we got as far as maybe getting all of them. So if we get all of them, that's great. Cameron Jordan will be a nice signing to bring to Baltimore. Pittman is still not accept. Let's see if he accepts now. And we do get Michael Pittman as our wide receiver here in Baltimore. So got a weapon for our quarterback. Rashawn Gary sitting here as well. That'd be amazing if we can get him. And again, I don't even know what draft pick we have. We might be able to use this other draft pick that we have from the Giants to make a really good trade. So let's see what we got going on. So draft picks, you got 17 and 32. And then so a bunch of draft picks. Could make a trade here technically. So maybe there is a trade to be made to just make this booster up this offensive line or defensive line or whatever it may be. Offensive line is fine enough. The weapons are good enough as well. And then obviously quarterback we're going to have to deal with. Running back is where I would love to get another player here just because I don't know if I can rely on DeAndre Swift to have like a very good year. Probably I kind of regret not going for Josh Jacobs. I think that'd been really cool if I got him. But maybe we can get in the draft. Who knows? Let's just head to the draft. I don't think we trade for a running back. So let's just see what we can get in the draft. We get to pick at number 17, and I love that the Washington Commanders have number 1 overall because they can draft Caleb Williams there, because that would be a dream scenario for me in real life, because the Commanders don't really have, obviously, a good quarterback, but we have a couple of offensive linemen here, which honestly might not be a terrible idea. We did sign, like, obviously Will Hernandez, but having a talented young offensive lineman could be very promising. So Mitch Curry out of Stanford, he's got good ratings, so we can move him to guard. He could play right away. So I'm going to go ahead and draft Mitch Curry. He's only normal dev, but that's okay. So that's going to be our first round pick at 17, just building in the trenches. At number 32, we got David Cummings coming off the board for the Dolphins. And then we got Quinn Ewers, Earl Duncan, Nick Stewart, Dwayne Palmer. I mean, you could just continue to add. I'm going to draft Dwayne Palmer here because we have Michael Pierce right now, and he's not going to be there forever. So Dwayne Palmer, I think, is a great pick here. So I like that to boost up that D-line even more. So again, just building in the trenches. Round 2, pick number 17. Earl Duncan goes off the board. Don't really know what else I want here. If there's like a good, strong safety, I might take Beverly Biddle, Jose, Frankie Sullivan. Like I say, you can never have enough depth at linebacker. So I'm going to maybe take Frankie Sullivan here as well to add him to this team. Normal development, but still, like I said, more depth is better than nothing. Just adding to this Baltimore Ravens squad. I really like the depth that we have going on here. So round 3, 17. Might look at a running back here if there's any running backs available for us. Let's see if there is. So running backs that are still maybe available. We got Desmond Brewer out of Penn State. Might take a 3rd round running back. It might be a reach, but you know what? I want to be able to have another running back with DeAndre Swift, so I'm going to be happy with that. And that will be our draft. So at the end of the season, we are back on top of the AFC North, 11-6 on the season. We get the Patriots in round 1. So Hendon Hooker looks like he was top 3 in quarterbacks, which is amazing. Offense was 6th in the NFL. Defensively, 13th in the NFL. So we had Hooker with 42 and 17. Rushing wise, DeAndre Swift had a very, very good year with 1,200 yards and 10 touchdowns, which is nice. Andrews, Pittman, Bateman, Duvernay all had really good years. So apparently, Kayshawn didn't really get any run, which kind of sucks, but it's all good. Sacks wise, we had 12 from Cameron Jordan, 6.5 from Adolfo, 3.5 from Queen, 3 from Pierce, 1.5 from Yannick, and then 1.5 from Roquan. Obviously, this team, we're looking to win a Super Bowl here, so don't know if we do it with a rookie quarterback. Well, I guess not a rookie anymore, a sophomore quarterback, but we'll see what happens. Let's jump into our first playoff game. Let's go beat the Patriots. This is a huge game for us because obviously you don't want to get eliminated in round 1 having home field advantage after just making it. So let's see if we can come out here and take advantage. Up 3-0 to start things off. We do get a stop on the goal line. Mac Jones does not convert, but hey, they, you know, obviously we only get field goals and they get a touchdown. So they took the lead for a second, but we took it back. 7-20. So far, so good. They get another field goal. We score again. Offense is playing incredible. Marlon Humphrey with the interception. I don't even think there's any need for me to jump into this game. It looks like we have the Patriots on the ropes and we're going to take them down unless we let them back in this game, but we do beat them. We're moving on. It is divisional weekend time, going up against the Denver Broncos. We won a Super Bowl with them yesterday in yesterday's video, so you know what that means. They can't win twice in a row here, so we got to beat them here. And I'm pretty sure we beat the Ravens in the playoffs yesterday in yesterday's video. We're going to go up 7-0, start things off. We get a stop, need to go up 14-0. Another stop. And so far, nothing, but we're going to go up 14-0 on Denver. They are going to get a touchdown here, and then we score right back. Another interception from Jamar Johnson. I mean, 14-21. All right, 14-23. We'll take a field goal, and we score again, 14-31. So far, so good, 14-38. I think it's safe to say we're out of the woods, and we're moving on to the AFC Championship. So far, easy peasy. And now we jump in playing the New York Jets. We have to go to MetLife in order to beat them here to go to the Super Bowl. So let's see how this goes. I would imagine Zach Wilson's still their starter here in Madden, but obviously in real life that is not the case anymore. They go up 7-0. We respond, but don't get the extra point. So we're kind of in a little bit of a weird situation here, being 6-10. But so far, weird score, but we are going to get a touchdown there. Do we miss an extra point again, or do we go for 2? I'm assuming we went for okay, this is a bizarre score so far, but yeah, it's back and forth. Hopefully we can score here again. I mean, we're down 1 possession. We need to score and get a stop defense, and we are going to lose. Well, unfortunately, we lose in the AFC Championship. We don't make it to the Super Bowl, but I'm still proud of how far we came with this Ravens roster. I'm going to end it there. Very fun video. I don't see this actually happening in real life, like I said, but it was just kind of a fun little video today. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is Crushables saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.